Hey there, I'm Syama, CEO of Scaling Retail, and today I want to talk to you about scaling up your COVID era business. Now, 2020 saw the rise of so many startups, which is great, right? Startups are really the future of where we look at innovation, ideas, reaching whole new customer market segmentation, and ultimately, COVID really saw the shift of how we look at consumer behavior and how people are shopping. These are all really important and powerful ideas. At the same time, when we think about how crowded a marketplace can be, when you have so many new brands, we have to really ask ourselves, how are you going to scale up or do something with that business? Now, I'm not here to tell you how successful or not successful your company was when you launched. You might have launched and it was extremely successful, or you may have launched and said, I'm getting a little bit of a rough start. But let me tell you this, scaling and growing your COVID era business is actually going to be one of the most interesting times in this whole time of looking at e-com, where we actually have the capabilities here to really refine your business in the realm of uncertainty. Often it is in terms of shaking ground where we see innovation really come to rise. Your product or service now has a unique position and a unique home within your consumers' lives. Now, whether or not that need has changed or whether or not they found a substitution or a replacement for your product, we do know the following. You've got a website, you've got inventory, and you've started to build a following. Perhaps you're still building your email newsletter list, perhaps you're still building your Instagram and engagement, but you have something. So the question now moves to this. How do I stay agile and how am I able to continue to develop my product and develop my customer base now that it feels like maybe we're coming out of COVID or maybe we're going into a second wave? We have no idea. So the first thing is we have to stay very agile and flexible when it comes to how we look at catering consumer communication. That means, what's the language that you're using? This is a really good time to shore up a lot of your brand building strategies. Maybe you launched your brand and just quickly wanted to get out the gate so you could even see if you had something. If you have something, but maybe you don't have a brand, this would be an amazing time to take a step back and say, what is my brand DNA? What's my brand communication strategy? How do I need to revamp my website and my entire look and feel so I actually know that I'm able to grow and attract a much wider audience over time? Hopefully by growing this business and launching it during this uncertain time period, you've been able to see how to weather the ups and downs of a changing consumer demographic. The idea for you at this particular stage is to really take a step back and say, what have I learned from my business in the last 12 months? What I know about my customer, what I know about my product, what do I know about the way people are purchasing and how that's changing, right? Get on the phone. This is the time to talk to your consumers. Now, moving into product planning and moving into kind of the future of what we're looking at with your business, we want to now start to plan out the product. We want to start to plan out your marketing. I like to think of it and think of myself as really the conductor to a beautiful orchestra. You need to know what kind of instruments you need to play, how the music needs to sound, and then you need to be able to conduct it all together. If your business launched during COVID and you were rushing and putting out wildfire, then you have to know that what you were doing was probably very high stress, very uncertain, and probably not buildable. This is the time to build up your educational base and start to develop a strategy that's going to last you for years to come while still being agile. So, understand your customer. Double down on understanding your supply chain. Start to build out an agile marketing platform and really start to figure out, how do I capacity build the people on my team? If you started your business during COVID, chances are almost everyone was working remotely. Is that going to continue to be the same for you, or are you going to be looking at different ways of capacity building, maybe in person or on the ground? Honestly, the wave of the future is digital nomads, right? Everyone's all over the place. Stay flexible, stay agile, and be able to have contingencies. All right, guys, send us an email at hello@scalingretail.com if you had launched your business during COVID and are wondering what the next steps are for you to be able to build some financial stability and build a stable strategy that's going to help you be profitable. I look forward to working with you. Bye.